Hi students, friends, good morning to all. I welcome you all in this lecture. So in yesterday's lecture, we have seen the theory of settling in tank and we have solved problems to find the efficiency of settling in a tank, right? So this theory part we have learned about the settling, uh, volume, surface area, how to find out the cross-section area of the tank, right? Then what is the detention period, how to find out that, and how to find out the efficiency of settling with the help of this formula uh, here. This is the formula to find out the efficiency of settling. And we have solved some problems here. So today we will see the design of settling tank. Okay. So far we have seen two types of problems. First type was about finding the settling velocity Vs, right? And second type was about finding the efficiency of settling. And today's lecture, we will see the design of settling and problems based upon this. Design of a settling tank or sedimentation tank, right? The theory of this and problems based upon this we will see in today's lecture. Okay. So in yesterday's lecture, we saw this point also detention period, and we have in previous slides also we have seen this point detention period. Detention period is or detention time is nothing but it is the time taken by the fluid particle or water particle to pass between the entry point and exit point. Okay, so that time is called as the detention time or detention period. And for the rectangular shaped tank, the detention time it can be obtained by using this formula. This is the formula. Time t is equal to volume upon discharge, right? We know that discharge is equal to it is nothing but it is volume upon time, right? If I take this time here and discharge here on this slide, then I will get this formula. Time is equal to volume upon time. So what is the volume of rectangular tank? The volume of rectangular tank we can find with the help of three dimension, that is length into breadth into height or depth of tank divided by Q. So by using this formula, we can find the volume and dividing by with discharge, we will get the detention time for the rectangular tank. And suppose if the tank is circular in section, in that case, what will be the volume? The volume will be equal to cross section area or the surface area of the tank that is circular. It is, we can write here pi by 4 into d square and effective depth of the tank. Okay. So here, whenever we are talking about this H, this H is nothing but it is the effective depth, H effective, working depth. कारण जो आपण सेडिमेंटेशन टँक याची आपण डायग्राम बघितली होती मागच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आणि या ठिकाणी आपण स्लज झोन पण दाखवला होता. So the depth of sludge zone we do not consider here. Okay, so H is nothing but this H, or we call it as a effective depth, H effective. So we are talking about this H here, right? Similarly here in this tank also, here we have to divide it by, this is the surface area multiplied by height or depth. You will get the volume divided by discharge. You will get here the time or detention time for the circular tank, right? So here you can see this H is nothing but it is the effective depth or the height of the tank, right? For the circular tank with the sloping bottom, now here, if the hopper is there, bottom is of the hopper shape like this. In that case, what will be the formula? This is the formula. I think you have written this formula also in your study lecture. Have you written this one or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the volume of the this sedimentation tank, circular sedimentation tank, and if you divide it by discharge Q, then we may get here the detention time for this. Next point here in the design of sedimentation tank is surface overflow rate, SOR, or hydraulic loading. So what is this surface overflow rate? This point also we have seen in previous slides. Surface overflow rate is nothing but it is the quantity of water passing per hour. This is nothing but it is discharge, right? It is the quantity of water passing per hour or per day, per hour or per day, per unit horizontal area. Per unit horizontal area means what is the horizontal area of a rectangular tank? A rectangular tank is a horizontal area. This is the vertical area, right? So this is nothing but it is the horizontal area, or we call it as a surface area of a tank, right? So how we can define the surface overflow rate? Surface overflow rate is nothing but it is the discharge per unit surface area, or it is the quantity of water passing per hour or per day per unit horizontal area is known as the overflow rate or surface overflow rate किंवा त्यालाच काय म्हणतो आपण hydraulic loading. So what is the surface area for the rectangular tank? This is the length, this is the breadth B. So L into B will be the surface area for the rectangular tank. For the circular tank, it is area of circle. So that is nothing but pi by 4 into d square. So this formula is we have to use for finding the surface overflow rate. The unit of surface overflow rate is meter cube per hour. So this is the unit for the discharge per unit meter square per unit area. This is the unit of area. This is the unit of discharge meter cube per day. Okay, volume per time per meter square, that is per meter area, per meter square area. Right. So write down this title and formulas and unit. Some author they use the unit like this. They write the unit like this: meter cube per meter square per day. Okay. But here, to write down the unit like this, it will be more logical or more sensible, because here we get the idea about the unit of discharge and here the unit of area. Okay, so discharge per unit area we can directly here we can say from this formula. So write down the title for the definition, then formula in your notebook. Is it over? See here, this surface overflow rate is nothing but it is the ideal settling velocity Vs. Okay, if you cancel this unit, you will get the unit as a meter per hour or meter per day here. So this unit is nothing but it is the unit of velocity. So this is nothing but it is a settling velocity of particles, ideal settling velocity. I suppose that writing this slide is over. We'll go on the next slide, that is wear loading. Okay. So what is wear loading? What is wear? In hydraulic engineering, you might be learning there wear, notches and wear, FM2. Right? What is wear? Wear is nothing but it is a structure which we use for the measurement purpose. So there we learn that we use the wear. What is the difference between notch and wear? You might have learned there. Generally, notch are smaller in size, wears are bigger in size. Purpose of both are same. Okay, but notches are generally made up of the metallic plate or any other substance and having the thinner size. त्यांची size जे किंवा thickness कमी असतो. But wears are generally made up of the concrete. Okay, and they are larger in size. Wears are generally used for the measurement of the discharge on the canals or the rivers, and notches are used for the smaller channels. Okay, छोटे channels किंवा laboratory मध्ये आपण जे channels आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये notches are generally used for measurement of the discharge there. But here, in case of uh, water treatment plant, here the purpose of weir is for the disposing the water from the treatment plant. जो आपला रेक्टँग्युलर टाईप सेडिमेंटेशन टँक आहे किंवा सर्क्युलर सेडिमेंटेशन टँक जो आपला आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपण इनलेट आणि आउटलेट हा पॉईंट पुढे बघणार आहोत. व्हॉट इज इनलेट अँड व्हॉट इज आउटलेट हे प्रिव्हियस स्लाइडमध्ये आपण एका ठिकाणी कुठेतरी पाहिलेलं आहे. Inlet is nothing but it is the arrangement for taking water inside the tank. Outlet structure, no, outlet is nothing but it is the arrangement for taking the treated water outside the treatment plant. Okay. So in case of rectangular tank, the inlet will be here and outlet will be here. In case of circular tank, inlet will be at the center and outlet will be at the periphery of the circular tank. Okay. त्याच्या पूर्ण पेरिफेरीवरती हे आउटलेट त्या ठिकाणी असतं म्हणजे पाणी इथून हे बाहेर पडतं. ठीक आहे. त्याचा शेप हा असाही असू शकतो. यू कॅन सी देअर यू माइट हॅव सीन द शेप लाईक ट्रायंग्युलर क्रॉस सेक्शन और इट मे बी ट्रॅपेझॉइडल क्रॉस सेक्शन और इट मे बी रेक्टँग्युलर क्रॉस सेक्शन असं पण या ठिकाणी शेप मध्ये असू शकतात. Depending upon the shape, these are the different classification of the weir. So here we are talking about the weir for the weir as a outlet structure. पाणी हे सेफली बाहेर काढण्यासाठी जे अरेंजमेंट त्या ठिकाणी केलेली आहे that is nothing but it is weir in this case. Apart from taking out water, we can use this for measurement of the discharge also here. Okay. So what is weir loading? So weir loading is nothing but it is the quantity of water passing per hour or per day per unit length of weir. Now, if you see the formula, there's definition for the SOR and definition for the surface loading. It is somewhat similar, but here instead of area, it is length is put here. Okay, and all other parts are same in the definition. If you have written the definition, you can compare these two definitions for the SOR and weir loading. The quantity of water flowing per hour or per day. So this is nothing but here we are talking about the discharge. So discharge per unit length. There we have written discharge per unit area, but here we are talking about per unit length of a weir. Why per unit length? Because here we are talking about the length of the that weir. Weir ची किती लेंथ आहे? यातून किती डिस्चार्ज पास होतो? So that is nothing but it is weir loading. ठीक आहे. आता या सर्क्युलर याच्यामध्ये here we are talking about the periphery of the circle or circumference of the circle will be the length of the weir. Okay. Circular section मध्ये length of weir काय असेल? Circumference of the circle. What is circumference of circle? It is pi into d or 2 pi r. This is the circumference of circle. In case of rectangular tank, what will be the this length of the weir? Length of the weir, it may be this length of the weir, L, right? So depending upon the number of outlets provided on the tank, here the length of weir can vary. You can see here in this diagram, the outlet is here also, here is the inlet and there are outlets on the three sides of the tank. हा rectangular tank च्या तिन्ही साइडला outlets या ठिकाणी दाखवलेले आहेत. So the length of outlet will be this L plus this B plus this L. Means 2L plus B will be the length of weir. Okay. So therefore, now here, before that, let us see the formula for that. So weir loading can be given by the formula discharge Q per unit length of weir. So Q by LW, length of weir. What will be the unit? Discharge is measured in meter cube per hour, meter cube per second, meter cube per day. So this is the unit of discharge and length can be measured in meter. So meter cube per hour per meter will be the unit for the weir loading. Or if the discharge is measured in meter cube per day, then this unit will be meter cube per day per meter. Okay, or liter per hour per meter. So these are the different units that we can use for the weir loading. Where L is the length of weir. For circular tank, the discharge per, now here I have told you the circumference of the circle will be the length of the weir. So pi into d will be the length of the weir in case of circular sedimentation tank. Now here there are three outlets. So the length of weir will be this plus this plus this. So here the what is the formula for wear loading? Here you can see wear loading will be equal to discharge divided by 2L plus B. Why 2B? 2L because this is one length plus this length plus this B. Okay. Similarly, in case of this type of tank, now here outlet is at the four sides. चारी बाजूला outlet आहे. Inlet somewhere maybe at the center it may be. Okay. And outlets are provided here at the four sides. So in this case, what will be the length of wear? It will be 2L. This is L. This is L plus L, 2L, and this is B, and this is B. It will be plus 2B. So the wear loading will be Q divided by 2L plus 2B. Okay. So accordingly, we have to change the formula depending upon the length of the wear. Okay. So this was about the wear loading. If you are not written, write down this formula, definition and formulas for this. I will wait here for a minute. Do it fast. So next point is core velocity. So what is core velocity? So its name itself, you can get the meaning of it. Scoring. Okay, scoring is nothing but it is, we can say, removing. Okay, or we can say weathering of that particular substances. Core velocity. Now here core velocity it is related to the scoring of the sludge. The tank मध्ये आपण जो sludge या ठिकाणी सेटल होतो, हा जो स्लज आहे ह्याचं स्कोरिंग या ठिकाणी झालं नाही पाहिजे. ओके, याला डॅमेज झालं नाही पाहिजे किंवा हे हल्लं नाही पाहिजे. जर या ठिकाणी व्हेलॉसिटी ही थोडी जास्त असेल स्कोरिंग व्हेलॉसिटीपेक्षा, द फ्लो व्हेलॉसिटी VF ही जर स्कोरिंग व्हेलॉसिटीपेक्षा जास्त असेल, त्या केसमध्ये प्रॉब्लेम काय होतो की ह्या व्हेलॉसिटीमुळं या ठिकाणी जो स्लज आहे हा स्लज या ठिकाणी डिस्टर्ब होतो आणि इट विल अगेन डिस्पर्स, इट विल स्टार्ट टू कम इन वॉटर. ओके, so the efficiency of settling it will get reduced here. So this scoring velocity is very important to keep this flow velocity below the scoring velocity. Okay, so the flow velocity it should be always less than the scoring velocity. त्यासाठी आपल्याला स्कोरिंग वेलॉसिटी किती आहे पर्टिक्युलर स्लजची ते आपल्याला माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. ओके, त्या पर्टिक्युलर जे सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स आहेत त्यांची स्कोरिंग वेलॉसिटी किती आहे ती आपल्याला अगोदर काढली पाहिजे. आणि ती काढल्यानंतर flow velocity it should be adjusted so that it should be less than the score velocity. Okay, जर ही स्कोर वेलॉसिटी पेक्षा ही जास्त असेल त्या केसमध्ये काय होईल, the suspended हे जे स्लज या ठिकाणी सेटल झालेले आहेत suspended particles in the form of sludge, there is chance that they will again re-enter into the stream or in the water. Okay, so what is the formula here? So formula for finding the score velocity is under root of 8 beta divided by F into small z in bracket GS minus 1 into D. This is the formula where beta and F are nothing but these are the characteristics of the material or the solids जे पाण्यामध्ये सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स आहेत त्यांच्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक वरती त्याच्या व्हॅल्यू डिपेंड करतात. जर त्या ठिकाणी पाण्यामध्ये ग्रॅन्युलर सँड असेल, ओके सँड ग्रॅन्युलर सँड असेल, then at that time beta has to be taken as 0.04, and then for the non-uniform sticky material the beta should be taken as 0.06. Similarly, the F value is nothing but it is the Darcy-Weisbach friction factor, and it varies from 0.025 to 0.03. Okay, G is nothing but it is gravitational acceleration or acceleration due to gravity. Then GS is nothing but it is the specific gravity of the particle, and D is nothing but it is the diameter of the particle. Okay, so here write down this formula. The flow velocity should not be more than the score velocity. Okay, here as to cause uplift of the particle. If the flow velocity becomes greater than the score velocity, what will happen? A flip of the particle, it will occur there, which has been settled there already. Hence, flow velocity in the tank should be less than that of the score velocity. Write on the title, write on the formula. This is the main crux of this design of the settling tank. That is basin or tank dimensions. Okay, very important slide, very important formulas which are we are going to use. These are also important. We are going to use this formulas also there, but main designing means nothing but it is finding the dimensions of the settling or sedimentation tank. And here these are the formulas that we use for finding the dimension, that is length, breadth, and width of the sedimentation tank. So first is the volume. So what is the volume? How to find out the volume of a sedimentation tank? It can be obtained by using the discharge and by using the detention time. As we know, the discharge is equal to volume upon time. So here we can write volume is equal to discharge into time. If the time is known to you, that detention time, and if the discharge is known to you, we can easily find out what is the volume of a tank. Right. Then how to find out the length of a tank? So length of the tank, it can be obtained by using the flow velocity and detention time. So flow velocity is nothing but it is the length of the sedimentation tank per unit detention time. So here, if we take this time here on the LHS, we will get the equation as Vf into time t, right? The length is equal to Vf into time t. Next, how to find out the cross-section area of a sedimentation tank? What is cross-section area of the sedimentation tank? If it is rectangular sedimentation tank, in that case, this portion is nothing but it is the cross-section area of sedimentation tank. So the cross-section area will be equal to cross-section area. Now we know that volume of sedimentation tank is nothing but it is L into B into H. L into B into H. But what is this B into H? This is B and this is H. This is nothing but it is cross-section area. So instead of this, I can write here AS or ACS, not AS, ACS. Okay, that is length into cross-section area will be volume. So to find out the cross-section area, I can divide this volume by the length. Okay, so here this cross-section area of the tank will be equal to volume upon length of a tank. Then how to find out the breadth? If you now found the what is the cross-section area of tank, the way now we have the formula for the cross-section area, that is B into H, right? B into H. Then breadth can be obtained by using the formula. Breadth B is equal to cross-section area divided by H height, right? Height or depth of a tank. Depth of a basin shall be kept as 2.5 मीटर to 5 मीटर या रेंज मध्ये ह्याची टँकची डेप्थ जी आहे ती त्या ठिकाणी असायला पाहिजे. Depth of tank, it can be calculated by using formula. Now here depth of tank means we are talking about the effective depth of a tank, which excludes the, okay, to avoid the confusion I will explain it once again here. This is the total overall depth of a tank, sedimentation tank, or total depth, we can call it as a total depth. This is total, this is nothing but it is a total depth. So this total depth, it includes the depth of sludge zone. Sludge zone ची जी depth आहे ती पण त्याच्यामध्ये येते, which is generally kept as 1 meter. Okay, and it also includes this portion that is called as the freeboard. हे या ठिकाणी आपण freeboard provide करतो. You might have heard this word or learned this word in the irrigation engineering also in diploma, where we provide the freeboard to the dams. Dam मध्ये आपण freeboard provide करतो. What is the purpose of providing freeboard in the dam? Whether it may be gravity dam or the earthen dam, we provide the freeboard, that is extra height in the dam body. The purpose behind that is water should not spill over the क्रॉस सेक्शन हिअर. ओके, याच्या टॉपवरून डॅमचा जो टॉप आहे याच्यावरून हे पाणी जे बिकॉज ऑफ द वेवी ऍक्शन ऑफ द विंड, वाऱ्यामुळे या ठिकाणी जे लाटा तयार होतात आणि त्या लाटामुळे हे पाणी स्पिल आउट होऊ नये इथून वरती, त्यासाठी आपण या ठिकाणी फ्रीबोर्ड प्रोव्हाइड केलेली असते. राईट. So similar kind of freeboard is provided here as a safety purpose, and this freeboard it is generally provided as a 0.5 meter in this tank. So and apart from this, हा freeboard सोडला आणि खालचा जो डेप्थ सोडला, हा जो in between डेप्थ आहे in which settling is going to occur. इथं तर पाणी नाहीये, सेटलिंग या ठिकाणी होणार नाहीये. तो सेटलिंग होणारा जो पोर्शन आहे, जेवढी हाईट आहे, that height is called as the effective depth. त्या हाईटला आपण काय म्हणतो? Effective depth. And while designing here, whenever we use the formula LBH हा जेव्हा फॉर्म्युला वापरतो आपण, त्यावेळेस we are talking about this H. This H is nothing but we are talking about this effective depth or H effective. Okay, so that thing we have to keep in mind. And whenever we find the dimensions of this sedimentation tank, at that time we have to consider this depth and this depth. Okay, म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस आपण फायनल डायमेन्शन्स फाइंड आउट करतो, लिहितो, त्यावेळेस here you can see the depth of tank, it should include freeboard, it should include effective depth, that is this one, and it should include sludge accumulation depth. Okay, ह्या तिन्ही आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी कन्सिडर करावं लागतात. So effective depth is nothing but it is volume upon surface area. Now what is the volume of tank? Volume of tank is nothing but it is the length into breadth into height, right? LBH, right? What is cross section area of a tank or surface area? What is surface area? This portion is nothing but surface area. So this is nothing but L into B. So if I take this L into B, instead of this, if I write here surface area is into H, I can write like this. Okay, so the H can be written as H will be equal to volume upon this surface area. So the same formula is written here. H effective is equal to volume upon surface area. Okay, so these are the formulas that we need to find out the dimensions of the sedimentation tank. So write on the title and write down these formulas in your notebook. Do it fast. So I will repeat this once again so that we will get more clear idea about this one. Volume of tank can be calculated by using formula. This V is nothing but it is volume. Okay, we know the equation for discharge. In our lab also we have found this discharge, actual discharge, by using the same formula, volume upon time, right? जो आपला कलेक्टिंग टँक आहे आपल्या लॅबमध्ये, त्या कलेक्टिंग टँकचा आपण व्हॉल्यूम त्या ठिकाणी घेत होतो आणि we dividing it by time to get the Q actual, right? So the same formula is here. So if we take this time here on the LHS, then you will get this formula. If we multiply the discharge by time, we can find what is the discharge, what is the volume of that particular tank. Then length of a tank. Now here this VF is nothing but it is horizontal velocity of flow, right? Velocity flow or horizontal velocity is nothing but it is that distance traveled by the water, okay, this distance per unit time or detention period. So this is nothing but L by T. So if I take this T on this LHS, then L will be equal to VF into time T. Okay, the flow velocity multiplied by time. So the length equal to flow velocity into time, right? Then comes the cross section area. Okay, less than 1 minute is remain. So the session may end at any time. You have to rejoin once again. Cross section area कसा काढायचा? हा टँक आहे. These are the dimensions of the tank. So what is the cross section area of tank? Flow या डायरेक्शन मध्ये म्हणजे आपण क्रॉस सेक्शन कोणता कन्सिडर करतो? हा, this is the cross section area. This cross section area is made up of height into this breadth. Okay, what is the volume?